Pat Riley's press conference, if you listen to the whole answer about Tyler Hero, he wasn't calling him a bitch.
No.
He was just saying that he had been a little fragile, and then nobody works harder, and he changed the way he works out. He went on to compliment him, but if you just take the clips that he's fragile, it's like, oh, he's calling him a bitch. Nobody wants to be called fragile.
Nobody.
That is the last thing you want to be called as an athlete, no matter how soft your sport is. Like basketball, and I'm a punter. So
you're slowly coming our way, though. I can already see it. You're getting more into it. Look at you. You're talking about the Cavs today. You're stretching out. We got to get you outside of that football lane, man. Where the guaranteed contracts are, where the best athletes in the world are. That's us. I could take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA.
Whoa.
It's because you only allow 5 on the court. Let's all relax.
It's because you get a break every play. All you got to do is catch the ball and run north or south.
Listen, our sport.
It ain't complex.
Our sport's better. Our sport's better because we would just create a position for one of you 5'2", 40 running 6'10" guys and just put them, can't get hit much, fragile, all right, little thin, very tall. We would just create a position because we got big brains in our sport.
Listen.
That's what we would do.
There's a reason why hip-hop artists, when they rap, they compare themselves to ballers. They're not talking about footballers, they're talking about basketball players.
That's because they're not tough. And I'm a punter. This is me being a punter saying all these things.
There's a reason why all the girls that we get done with them, the NFL players usually end up dating them later. They come to us first, bro. We set the culture.
That's because you guys are getting worked over there. Yeah, you guys get worked over there a little bit, I think, from what I've learned from watching outside. But, hey, to be clear, the NBA is the stars. Yeah, we got face masks on. You guys are handsome. Right in front of everybody. 82 games, so it's a to-do. You guys provide. Hey, listen, NBA is a fantastic. Let's not get crazy though. About 30 guys could go in there.
I mean,
who's coming? Anthony Edwards.
They got 5 max.
We got Anthony Edwards coming over.
Jimmy Butler.
Russ.
Oh, you guys are drunk early in the morning.
Russell Westbrook.
Zion at left tackle.
Zion would be fantastic, but then he would just be he'd just be a football player again, which he has been maybe this entire time.
Pretty much. True.
I put Josh Hart at tight end, man. We'll go run around and fuck shit up.
Okay, so
Draymond at the end, maybe just clubbing people.
We've seen Draymond in pass already.
We saw.
Well, he's not playing. He's not playing tight end.
Think about them running in these. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like it is.
Fish
it's just
out of water.
Nonetheless, you guys are great athletes. Okay.
Global. We're global, man. Because football somewhere else is a little bit more important. They call it, you know what I mean? When you go overseas, you talk about football, they think you're talking about real football.
What's that?
Soccer.
You don't believe that.
Shut up.
Come on. You don't believe that. Come on. There's no way.
That came out of your mouth uncomfortable.
Talk about soft.
Yeah, I don't even want to. You guys flopping with the soccer community enough. I played soccer growing up. Couldn't do it, but Vincenzo last night. Middle of the hole.
I'll take the guaranteed contracts and the girls, man. Yeah. I'm good.
The guaranteed contract, definitely, you guys won.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, the MLB was beating all of us for a while. But
with the exception of the quarterback. I think the quarterback's the hardest position in sports. It's a nutty position. To be looking through a visor like this, having people try to rip your head off, knowing 1,000 plays where everyone's supposed to be. I have a lot of respect for quarterbacks. I don't know how they do it.
LeBron James could play in the NFL, we assume, at this stage and throughout his entire time.
Yep. He's a unicorn.
TJ McConnell.
You know, Jalen Suggs was a top 5 football player in the country in high school, but he chose basketball instead.
All those guys work out. The top guys in the country, they always make it to the NFL. Those guys always happen. Yeah. I remember that little white kid. Remember, he was 8 years old running all those.
Syracuse and Duke.
Greg Paulus.
Duke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the best of all time. He threw 6 picks, I think, in one game for Syracuse.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it'll transition. Yeah, it'll be easy. No problem getting in the NFL.
I love how that's who you throw out there is Greg Paulus. You got a deep bag, bro.
Top quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Allen Iverson, I think, would have been fantastic in the end. There's certain guys that are just any sport. But wait a minute, we got Dion. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Dion play. Dion could have played your sport if he wanted to.
Bo Jackson.
Huh?
No, he couldn't have.
You're telling me if Dion his entire life focused on basketball, you don't think he would have been able to figure it out?
Oh, probably, yeah. His whole life, yeah. He was a generational athlete.
How about Bo? How about Bo?
For sure. He was a generational athlete.
Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, duh.
Boom.
Tom Brady. You don't think he could have figured out the NBA?
Absolutely not.
What? Haven't seen his jumper then.
These NBA guys been popping off about playing in the NFL. And I'm not the one who should be speaking for the NFL, but let's hold the phone. There's a little bit different animal whenever there's a chance there's a helmet coming.
Yeah. Different level of mental toughness for us. I mean, they're kind of like the the F1 cars of motorsports.
I think
we're
so.
more like NASCAR, like off-road and that type of shit. So, fragile, expensive.
They are so tall, so athletic.
Yeah.
Free.
For sure.
Just aliens walking around. All of them. Like, there's no NBA player that has walked into a room where people haven't gone, what's that? Even if they didn't know who they were. So that's an advantage in basketball, obviously. But in football, that could work against you. Now, obviously, getting the ball thrown to the crossbar on like a goal line play or something like that is a huge advantage. But you're not just going to stand there with your hand up and like with one elbow in your back like you're in the block.
No.
It is.
Body.
There's going to be especially with how big you are.
Yeah, there's a pop.
Then you got to get up and do it again. And again.
And it goes on and 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 on. And you put that on repeat for 18 weeks.
Exactly.
And then playoffs.
So really, it's just going to continue to go on and 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 on.
Randy Moss has responded to an NBA Central. I can take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA, said Austin Rivers on this particular show. Randy Moss, who, both, probably.
Yeah.
Anything you wanted to do. Says, wow, is that right? Is that right? I like this. This is kind of happening. Because we're going to learn a lot about the spectacular athleticism of everybody in this particular case.
That NBA Central tweet is doing numbers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Quite the conversation going on the internet right now, bud.
Love it.
Well, that's sports media.
There's 1,100 retweets or quote tweets. I don't know. I can't tell which one's quote or retweet.
We would like to let Randy Moss know. Hell yeah, Randy.
With you,
You're
Randy.
the perfect person to join this conversation. And great job the other night on a roast.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people talk about Randy because I think everybody loves Randy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of
It's cool.
You done good, Randy. You done good. And also, if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Him and Jay Will in high school were basically playing NBA basketball anyways.